The crowd at Reliant Stadium in Houston tonight is 68,000 strong. Terrific atmosphere for the final game of group play in this Concacaf Gold Cup 2007. Welcome to our coverage. Again, everybody, alongside Shep Messing, I'm Steve Cangelosi. Most of the crowd on here already watching a Honduras victory. That means they are the champions of Group C. And Mexico is in good shape to get to the quarterfinal round. But Shep Messing, on the heels of that loss to Honduras just a few days ago, this is a team and a head coach, Hugo Sanchez, right now in the eye of the storm.
They are, Steve, but you mentioned 68,000 reasons in the stadium for them, Mexico, to come out and really want to put on a fine performance. They have been criticized. Their coach is under pressure. I think they need a good result. And
many of the fans in the house right now saw Honduras' 5-0 victory over Cuba earlier this evening, a 4-goal performance by Carlos Pavón. That brings us to the updated standings in Group C. The victory by Honduras means that they will go to the quarterfinal round as the top seed out of Group C. Panama, by virtue of the Honduras victory, has now clinched a berth in the quarterfinal round. For Mexico, well, it would take a disastrous outing here tonight for them to be left out of the knockout phase of the tournament. They ensure a trip to the quarterfinals as long as they don't lose this game by 4 goals or more. So they play relatively pressure-free unless things get out of hand. Cuba has been eliminated from the Concacaf Gold Cup. Terrific atmosphere. Reliant Stadium, again a capacity crowd. The opening kickoff and the starting lineups are coming right up.
The Gatorade Sports Science Institute. We test athletes in the lab. Because we know they'll be tested on the field. Gatorade, the most tested sports drink on the planet.
Work like a pro. Play like a pro. Tackle tough jobs. Dominate the game. Destroy the competition. Go professional. Choose Makita.
Through the Football for Hope movement, FIFA is committed to protecting children and their rights, furthering social integration, and peace and reconciliation. Football for Hope champions health promotion and anti-discrimination. FIFA is firmly committed to using football to resolve some of the most pressing social challenges of our time. Football can change the world.
They were humbled just 3 days ago. The Mexican national team lost to Honduras by a final of 2-1. There was a terrific crowd that day at Giant Stadium, as is the case tonight here in Houston, Texas. This picture says it all. Capacity crowd in Houston, a number of Mexican fans on hand as Mexico gets set to take on Panama in the final stage of CONCACAF Gold Cup Group C. We see the teams, the starting lineups, marching out onto the field, and as far as the atmosphere goes, Shep, this has to get a player pumped up.
Steve, this is the best of Gold Cup action. 68,000 people, a sold-out stadium, passionate crowd. I think predominantly for this Mexican team that has been under scrutiny. We see the colors, the passion, the signs in the stands.
Mexico's starting lineup, they'll go right back with Oswaldo Sanchez, the losing goalkeeper against Honduras. Blanco was red carded in that game, so he cannot play for Mexico. Castillo and Borghetti will be the forward tandem up top. They need big things offensively from those two.
Yeah, there's no question. They're looking for the tandem that works up top. This Mexican team, the first 2 games in the tournament, has not played well.
Panama is led by number 7, Blas Perez, their star striker. They know they're in the quarterfinal round, and once again it would take a disastrous loss by Mexico by 4 goals or more in order to leave them out of the knockout phase of the tournament. The referee is Carlos Batres from Guatemala. We are underway. Panama moving From right to left on your screen, wearing red, Mexico is in white. And we get our first toss-in of the match. Hugo Sanchez was named head coach back in November of '06. He has set the bar high for what he wants to accomplish with this Mexican team. And the loss has drawn criticism.
Yeah, I think he's brought it on himself. Hugo Sanchez came into this tournament, Gold Cup, saying, I'm not even going to talk about group play, quarterfinals, semifinals. I want to beat U.S. in the championship game. Well, guess what? He's got some work cut out that he's got to get his team to do to get there.
Played by Magallon with Francisco Rodriguez at center back. Osorio is the right back, and Carlos Salcido is in the lineup once again, but he's playing at his more traditional position of left back for Mexico. Medina on the move, tries to play this into open space. That's knocked away. Second chance for Medina now as he plays this wide. Guardado is on it. Cross in front, deflected, headed towards goal, and a stop is made by Pinedo. Terrific chance for Mexico. They're buzzing early.
That's a good opening sequence for Mexico to try and get off on the right foot. The deflected cross, the header, Pinedo touches it over.
Corner kick coming up. Borghetti coming together with Roman Torres. Those two are putting on a show in the 6-yard box right around the goalkeeper, Pinedo, and the referee Batres wants to calm each one of the players down.
Well, Borghetti, I love him as a player, and he's deceptively good in the air, lethal in the air on set pieces, corner kicks. That's why Panama knows he must be marked.
Borghetti had a goal in the first game for Mexico. Corner kick whipped in and punched out by Pinedo. Scramble for the loose ball. This is played out. Let's see if Mexico gets a second corner out of this. Yes, they will.
Yeah, good effort by Pinedo. Very cool. That ball was going in.
Torres and Borghetti right back at each other. Roman Torres, the defender, one of 4 Colombian-based players on this team for Panama. This corner kick goes over everybody, and a goal kick is coming up now for Panama.
He's clever, Borghetti. He used the goalkeeper as a pick to get rid of his mark. He was actually free at the far post, but the ball sailed over.
Jaime Pinedo, who plays for Osasuna in Spain, named the best goalkeeper of the Gold Cup 2005. Getting a look at the Mexican bench, some familiar faces like Batista, ready to check in if called upon today. Once again, no Blanco in the lineup for Mexico. He played only 1 game in group play, and he was red carded early in the second half of that one.
When you have a crowd like this, Steve, you really want to just be safe the first 5, 10, 15 minutes. Don't make mistakes at the back. We have a heavy collision in the midfield.
Torado goes down for Mexico. Quick look at the Panama bench. Their head coach is Alexander Guimaray, the former coach of Costa Rica. Led them to 2 World Cups in 2002 and 2006. Second ball on the field. They'll get rid of that. Free kick is coming up here for Panama. Blas Perez in your picture briefly there. They get it up top. It's laid off for Victor Herrera. Now it's chased down in the corner. Played by Magallon. Errant pass. Garces played it forward. Now into the box trying to get forward Carlos Rivera for Panama. That's knocked away. And a chance now as Pardo sends Guardado on his way for Mexico. But he's met at midfield. Blas Perez on the ball now. Takes a tug from behind. Can he fight it off? All the way back to Sanchez in goal. Headed at midfield. Guardado on the ball now for Mexico. For Torado. Torado. Chasing it down is Borghetti. Comes together with Felipe Beloy. Beloy fights off the big man Borghetti and clears it out.
Oh, when you play against Mexico, Steve, I think you have to pressure the ball. They're technically so gifted. Look at Panama now, a little bit of high pressure. They don't want Mexico to be able to have time and space just to walk the ball out.
That's Rodriguez, who took a shot from Blas Perez, who was called for the foul there. Francisco Rodriguez at 6'3", doesn't go down easily. Scramble for the ball at midfield. Borghetti fighting for it. This will be possession for Panama, as Juan Perez was the player who went down.
Yeah, feisty little start, though. Again, Panama, they don't want Mexico to get into an easy rhythm, an easy flow of play.
In the midfield, Panama plays it. Perez is on the ball now and plays it forward. Herrera tried to get on it, had it knocked away, but a chance now as Blas Perez chases into the corner. He comes together with Rodriguez again, and this time the foul is against Francisco Rodriguez. Played quickly. Blas Perez in the corner. Lays it off, and it's sent back. Roman Torres on the ball now. Into open space. Knocked down by Mexico, and they'll quickly try to counter. Osorio was trying to make a run. Now, racing down the right side is Nery Castillo. Castillo tries to play it into open space, but it's knocked away.
Now, I like Castillo in the lineup, Steve. He's got skill on the ball. He's got speed. He can get out wide. He's a very crafty player.
On the ball right now is Garces for Panama. Knocked down on the far side. This game has terrific pace in the opening moments.
Well, two good teams. You have a sold-out 68,000 people cheering them on, and that's going to energize the players.
The focus is on Mexico. I know that tonight because of the fan base here in Houston. Also, Mexico coming off a big loss. Panama could easily be 2-0 in this tournament. Felipe Beloy missed a penalty kick very late in their match versus Cuba. It ended 2-2. Here's a set piece coming up for Panama now. Gomez and Pardo knock each other around. Crossed in front, headed down off the post. Beloy tried to get to it. Oh, he nearly gave his team a 1-0 lead. Luis Moreno was up as well. Let's get a second look and see who got on this.
What a good free kick. I think it's Rivera. No, it's not. It's Beloy. Beloy with a header. Tight marking on the set piece, but Beloy breaks through. Two players were there. Beloy, Rivera off the post.
Felipe Beloy, he is no stranger to soccer fans in Mexico. He plays for Monterrey and nearly gives his team the lead. Foul is called against Mexico. It's rough and tumble in the early going as Victor Herrera went down.
Steve, we saw the tight marking, the fighting for real estate on the corner kick, on the set piece. The players know in a game like this, you've got to mark up.
Free kick, Panama. Rivera sends this high, top of the box. Headed away. Pardo plays this off the chest and sends it out. Into the midfield, though. Torres sends it right back the other way. Making a run was Garces, but off his line was Sanchez to knock it away.
I think the flag was up at any rate, but Sanchez doesn't know that. He has to come out and play it. Look at the marking, the grabbing, and then Beloy slips his mark. Oh, he's got to put that away. Point blank, edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody on him. Needed to finish.
And Beloy, we said that penalty kick, the missed opportunity. He also forced the foul in that game, coming out of nowhere to get up into the attack. This is out on the far side. Panama hanging tough with the Mexican national team. That's Alexander Guimaray we got a quick look at on the Panama bench. Guardado settles this down, far side. Knocked out, possession for Mexico. Played back by the Mexican national team. Rodriguez across for Magallon. Osorio. Osorio up top. Torrado settles it down. Pardo into open space. Guardado now. Left side. Guardado looks to cross. Deflected by Torres. The dangerous Guardado working on that left flank forces a throw in. Into the box. Looking for Borghetti, but that's knocked away. Scramble for the loose ball on the near side, and now bodies tumble. This is a foul called, and it goes against Mexico. Carlos Rivera went down, and we've got a yellow card in the early stages of this game as well. Medina issued the yellow for Mexico.
Well, let's get another look. There's Medina tracking back. I think that's a pretty harsh yellow card. Obviously a foul. Maybe for the grab he got the yellow, but two feisty players battling for the ball.
Alberto Medina, they call him El Venado, the deer. They do that because of his speed, which he brings to the team on the right side for this Mexican national team. Osorio chases this down. Nice effort to keep the ball alive. Gets it back from Tirado. And now Mexico clears this out towards the midfield stripe. Another hard foul in the midfield. And again, it's called against Mexico.
Well, Steve, this is what Mexico has experienced in each game. If they thought they were going to fly through group play, it's not happening. Panama giving them an even game in the first half.
Castillo went down behind the play and now back to his feet and has the ball at his foot. Knocked away. Gomez takes this and sends it up top for Blas Perez now. Garces racing forward, near side. Osorio tracking back and gets it out of trouble to Tirado. No score here. Capacity crowd in Houston for this final game of group play. Into open space. Pardo played it forward. He had Borghetti on a run, but it was taken away.
Yeah, they had time and space. That ball should have been played out wide to the left.
Another chance for Mexico now. Pushing forward to Castillo. Neri Castillo slows the attack down and collects. Plays it to Pardo. Into open space. Looking to go up top, but it's knocked away. A little tug of the shirt. Guardado forcing the foul here. It'll be possession for Mexico.
This is better flow, better rhythm for Mexico. Running off the ball. There's the foul. The grab by Panama. Perez coming back, tracking back, grabs him. But a better flow, a better rhythm, better running off the ball by Mexico.
Mexico runs so well on each side. Guardado on the left, Medina on the right. They are very fast players and good with the ball. Medina looks to get on that. It's taken away, though. And the fight for possession is won by Tirado. Medina awaiting the pass on the near side. Had that taken away by Rivera. Now Juan Perez plays it in the midfield. Gomez sends it forward. Blas Perez and friends try to come out with it. Victor Herrera. Blas Perez picked up a yellow card as well in the 22nd minute. Whistle on the play, and this will be a foul called against Mexico. Herrera went down. He's forced several fouls in the early going.
Yeah, he's strong on the ball, tough to knock off. There's the contact. Again, Medina scrapping back.
Hugo Sanchez, as a player, a three-time World Cup veteran. Spent 17 years with the Mexican national team as a player. Rivera plays this towards goal. Sanchez handles it on a bounce. A scoreless game, but a lot of crisp passing and good soccer to this point in the match. Neri Castillo has a shoe issue. He's on the sideline. We'll keep an eye on his return. Pardo has it. Tirado to Osorio. Osorio lofts this one high. Headed out by Panama. Staying on the attack. Pardo for Mexico. Little chip into the box. Castillo off the post. Oh, he was set up by a terrific pass off the head from Borghetti. Guardado now. Looks to cross. He stopped once. Guardado. Three defenders brought down on the far side. That's a foul, and we believe we have a card as well. Indeed we do. It's issued to number 10, Escobar.
What an opportunity from Mexico. We've had a post at the other end. Beloy on the header. Here's the foul, but what a great build-up here. Pardo chips it over. The header back. Castillo rips it off the post. Everything but the finish. Borghetti lays it back to his teammate. Pinedo would have had no chance.
Free kick into the box. Defended well by Luis Moreno. He heads it out. This is a throw-in coming up for Mexico. Salcido with the toss-in. Guardado lays it off. Good pressure by the Mexican national team now. Headed out by Panama. And in the midfield, controlled by the men in red. Open space now for Panama. Perez making a run down the left side. That's not where the ball went, though. An opportunity there just blew up quickly. Garces with a poor decision.
Well, Panama had the better of play early, but Mexico is flying right now, Steve.
The game remains scoreless. Some humble pie for Mexico. They cannot finish first of the group. Honduras clinching first place with a win earlier tonight. Still, they're responding well. Escobar issued the yellow card moments ago for that foul on Guardado. In the midfield, Herrera can't get to it. This is Guardado with the ball now. Tries to send one in the box, deflected by Torres. Guardado on the ball, gives to Torrado. Torrado plays it into open space on that left side, but nobody was there. This will be a goal kick coming up for Panama.
Guardado has had a lot of the ball on the left side of the field. We get a look at stoppage time, 3 minutes.
3 minutes to go in this first half. Pinedo, goal kick. Whistle on the play. Another foul is forced as Perez went down in the attacking area.
There's a little bump right before Perez can go up for the header. Rodriguez called for the foul.
He is Panama's rising star, playing in Colombia, I should mention, for Team Cúcuta. Set piece. Free kick taken. Sanchez never got to it. It was cleared out by a defender in front. It's still loose in the box, and finally Mexico gets rid of it. Torrado played it forward, but this attack kept alive by Herrera. Plays it forward. Blas Perez lays it off. And now Torrado with Pardo able to get it out. Intercepted by Panama. Moreno plays it forward. Garces on the ball now between three Mexican defenders. Rivera. Lofted in front. Perez was making a run, but Sanchez watches it go harmlessly past him, and this will be a goal kick.
Well, it's the worst time in the world to give up a goal. This is a good little opportunity. I think Sanchez, why did he hesitate? He's got to come out and grab that ball. Perez was right there at the far post.
Little more than a minute to go in the first half of a scoreless game before a packed Reliant Stadium crowd. Magallon plays it deep. Headed softly towards the goalkeeper, Pinedo. Felipe Beloy played it back, the captain for his goalkeeper. There's Nery Castillo. Scored in the first game for Mexico in this tournament. Ball played into the attacking area by Panama. Chased down, right side. Shaking loose. Herrera had it taken away. That's Guardado who got back to defend. Still kept alive. Garces now at the top of the box. Lays it back. Perez with a shot from long range. Juan Perez, not Blas, mishits that. Final seconds of the first half appear to be ticking off here of this scoreless match as Sanchez plays it. Maybe one last chance for Mexico now. Sanchez asking for space and now lets it go. Guardado, far side. Overlapping run by Salcido. He tries to cross. Deflected away by Beloy. See how much time is left. Not much. It's a scoreless match here in Houston. It's been a good one to watch thus far. And that will do it for the first half. No score at Reliant Stadium. We're back in just a few moments.
Work like a pro. Play like a pro. Tackle tough jobs. Dominate the game. Destroy the competition. Go professional. Choose Makita.
Through the Football for Hope movement, FIFA is committed to protecting children and their rights, furthering social integration and peace and reconciliation. Football for Hope champions health promotion and anti-discrimination. FIFA is firmly committed to using football to resolve some of the most pressing social challenges of our time. Football can change the world.
At the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, we test athletes in the lab. Because we know they'll be tested on the field. Gatorade, the most tested sports drink on the planet.
Halftime at Reliant Stadium in Houston. It's a good one, but no score yet between Mexico and Panama. Welcome back to our coverage of Concacaf Gold Cup alongside Shep Messing. I'm Steve Cangelosi. There have been numerous chances in this game. Looks like a game where it's just a matter of time before someone's going to pop one in.
Yeah, Steve, I thought there was a good pace, a good rhythm to the game. I think the capacity crowd, really is encouraging these players to play sharply.
And obviously a big-time atmosphere with 68,000 plus in the house. The players are fired over that. Let's take a look at first half highlights.
First half highlights, plenty of action both ways. Mexico with the first good chance. Castillo with the header. And now at the other end of the field, Beloy off the post. Nobody picks him up, and he smacks that header off the post. Coming the other way, Borghetti lays it back. Castillo with the left foot. He gets post. Great chip by Pardo. Borghetti lays it back. Castillo smacks it off the far post.
And let's not forget, Panama is playing pressure-free to an extent. We know they're in the quarterfinal round, and as long as Mexico doesn't have a disastrous second half, losing this game by 4 goals or more, they're in the knockout phase of the tournament as well. We'll take a quick timeout. Second half action coming right up from Reliant Stadium in Houston. Mexico and Panama continue in a moment.
At the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, we test athletes in the lab. Because we know they'll be tested on the field. Gatorade, the most tested sports drink on the planet.
The screenings that happen here might be fun or dramatic, but it's not real life. There's another screening that is real life, and it could save your life. It's a screening test for colorectal cancer, the second leading cancer killer of men and women. Screening finds precancerous polyps so they can be removed before they turn into cancer. I got screened. Now it's your turn, so you can stick around and enjoy the show.
If you're 50 or older, get screened for colorectal cancer.
Work like a pro. Play like a pro. Tackle tough jobs. Dominate the game. Destroy the competition. Go professional. Choose Makita.
Viva Mexico is the message from one fan here at Reliant Stadium in Houston. We're set for the second half between Mexico and Panama. This game wraps up group play at the Concacaf Gold Cup. The signal from Carlos Patres, the referee from Guatemala, means the teams from Mexico and Panama now are underway here in Houston. Controlled by Medina on the near side, who plays it back to Carlos Salcido. Return pass from Medina in the corner as he works it for Mexico in this scoreless match. Coming together with Torres. And this one knocked out. We'll get an early throw-in. An exciting first half to watch for this capacity crowd, but nothing on the scoreboard just yet.
Now, Steve, there were quality opportunities for both teams. Both teams hit post. Castilla for Mexico, Beloy for Panama. And I have to tell you, I'm surprised how good Panama looks. I thought Mexico would come out on all cylinders.
A takeaway by Borghetti just as you speak, Shep. Help from Medina, but this is Torres trying to shake him off, and let's see if Panama can get out of trouble. Felipe Beloy, the captain now, painted into a corner with Torado on his back. Shakes it loose, and Panama is able to clear. Into the midfield it goes. Garces tries to shake loose for Panama. Plays this back. Perez across, and the attack builds in the midfield now. Gomez played it forward. Up top, Blas Perez puts one wide of goal. Oh, Blas Perez, the 26-year-old star striker, maybe had the game on his foot right there.
He cannot believe it. That's a well-timed run. Blas Perez, 9 out of 10 times finishes. He's a great striker. He's alone. He's in the box. Tries to flick it on goal over Sanchez with the outside of his right foot. Misses frame.
He had Sanchez beat. We play on back the other way. Mexico now tries to put it together. A scoreless match as Magallon plays this across, controlled by Guardado now on the near side. Guardado plays this into the corner. Salcido tries to chase it down. Baloy can't catch up in time. This will be possession for Mexico.
That's an example, though, Steve, of what Mexico has to be wary about. If they press the game with Perez, Panama has the ability to counterattack. I don't think with Borghetti, Mexico is a threat to counterattack. I think if Mexico is going to get a goal, it's going to be from the flow of play or a set piece.
Even Mexico thought it was a throw-in. No, this is a corner kick coming up now for Mexico. Guardado in the corner. So is the captain, Pavel Pardo. Pardo takes it in front. Deflected and a goal! Salcido strikes in front. Mexico takes a 1-0 lead. "60 minutes in, we have our first goal of the match.
That's a sigh of relief for that man, Hugo Sanchez. And I like the fact that he put Salcido to his normal outside back position. I think that's where he's more comfortable. Watch him make a run to the far post. The glancing header, Salcido tucks it away. Near post corner kick. It was a Panamanian player that got the touch with the head. Nobody picks up Salcido at the far post. That's a goal that Mexico was in dire need of.
There were two Mexican players who shook their mark there. Salcido, and Magallon was right behind him as well. So a breakdown for Panama on that corner kick. Now they trail. Peñedo, goal kick. That has lifted the spirits of many in this building tonight. Let's see if Panama has an answer now. They play it wide. Garces, backheel pass, looking for Herrera. Knocked away. Turnaround try. This is still loose, and a save by Sanchez. Rebound goes in the net. This will not count, though. Flag went up.
Perez wants a handball, but I thought clearly there's the offside here. That's when the flag went up. Good call by the referee's assistant. That play was whistled dead way before Perez put that ball in the net.
Sanchez goal kick to start it for Mexico, which now leads 1-0.
But so often it happens that way, Steve. Perez had just had a golden opportunity at one end when Mexico came back and got the goal.
Free kick coming up here for Mexico. Guardado, Pardo, Salcido. Where the players over the ball will back up. Jared Borghetti, the 33-year-old veteran, looks on. The decibel level has been amped up a bit. Partisan crowd here in Houston, Texas, to cheer on Mexico. We'll wait for the signal from the referee, Carlos Patres. Taken from long range and high of goal. That's Carlos Salcido who gave it a ride.
And again, Hugo Sanchez has been criticized. There are the two open players at the far post. 4 red shirts going near post. You're right, Steve. Breakdown defensively.
And the result, a 1-0 game. It appears that both of these teams are on their way to the knockout phase now. Again, the only way Mexico would not make it to the quarterfinals is if they lost this game by 4 or more. It appears they're in great shape to avoid that. More importantly, restore some confidence after the loss to Honduras.
This is not a great confidence builder yet, though, Steve. Most would expect that Mexico, at the top of their game, not hanging on to a 1-0 lead.
Borghetti issued a yellow card in that exchange. Ball is intentionally played out. This will be a toss-in coming up for Panama. Two-time World Cup veteran Jared Borghetti. Osorio now back to play it for Mexico. Tries to shake loose of Garces and plays it forward. Headed in the midfield by Panama. Brought down. Little giveaway to the foot of Victor Herrera. Herrera, shot from long range, just goes wide. That sent Sanchez sprawling.
That's the kind of giveaway you cannot afford. There is the shot. Escobar cranks it with the right foot, but it was a giveaway in the central part of the defense. Now this game getting a little chippy.
Borghetti forced the foul. He was brought down from behind. He wants a card as well. There won't be one.
Beloy grabs the right wrist of Borghetti and brings him down. Clever piece of defending.
As long as you don't get caught. Set piece coming up. Lofted softly towards the box. Headed away by Moreno. Escobar with the clearing attempt. Sends this back towards midfield. Perez trying to get on the ball. Knocked loose. Controlled by Torres. Tries to push it forward. Mexico's arguing it went off the hand of Torres. They'll get the throw in, Mexico will. Hugo Sanchez looks on. Salcido tosses in. Guardado tries to play it into open space. Borghetti is being knocked down with regularity now.
He's being manhandled the entire game by Beloy.
In the midfield. They try to get it to Juan Perez. Now it's settled down, controlled by Panama on the near side. This is Escobar. Plays it forward. Perez making a run. This gets by everybody and comes back the other way. That's number 15, second half sub Ricardo Phillips. And a corner kick coming up for Panama.
Panama doing a good job pushing the action, Steve.
Phillips will take the corner. He came on for Herrera. Plays this one low. Loose in the box. Play towards goal. Headed out. Guardado made the stop. Not Sanchez. Still loose. Brought down in midair. That's mishit. And now it's played back over the goal line. And right away, Sanchez acknowledging Guardado right there who made the stop.
Now, I'll tell you what, Steve. This is not impressing me in terms of the way Mexico is playing. Guardado, that's where you're supposed to be at the near post on the corner kick, but little bit of disarray on the defensive side of the ball in their own penalty area.
Mexico dodging a bullet. It remains 1-0.
Panama is down a goal, Steve, but they have not been outmatched in this game.
They have not lost yet in this Gold Cup, a win and a draw, and we mentioned how close they came to having 2 wins prior to this game.
There's the near post corner again. It's Beloy. Remember, Beloy had that wide open header in the first half that he hit post with.
Pardo free kick, sent it softly towards the box, played by Mexico, and Guardado has it. Torado sends it forward. Chested down by Borghetti. Now a shot from 20 yards away. Sails high of goal. Salcido going for goal again. He's looking for his second of the game.
He's having a good game, Salcido.
The chance for Beloy again. And now from that vantage point, it is Sanchez who made that stop, Shep.
That's a great little save. Guardado was right there, but Sanchez got the right hand to it.
In the midfield, controlled by Garces. Tries to play it forward. Chased down on the far side of the field by Medina. He can't get to it.
And no blood, no foul. Borghetti and Moreno going at each other.
The two central defenders, Moreno and Beloy. Physical play with the veteran Borghetti. Here's another look at that exchange.
Yeah, Borghetti gets him back. Left forearm to the back. Now Borghetti complaining, hey, I'm getting elbowed.
In this tournament, he scored his 42nd goal for the Mexican national team. Escobar tries to get it for Blas Perez. Panama stays on the attack with Torres now. Torres back. Lofted towards the box. Blas Perez tries to take it down. Perez with a shot that's deflected. They'll get a corner kick out of this as Panama now tries to heat up its attack.
Well, again, Steve, we talked about building the confidence of Mexico. Panama is having an awful lot of the ball. Perez with the shot, the deflection, another corner kick. Last one was a scramble where Sanchez had to make a diving save.
Blas Perez with one goal in this tournament. Here's the corner. Deflected back. Here's a chance. Drive. Deflected off the post. Golden opportunity. Ricardo Phillips with the shot. Panama will stay on the attack. Lofted high into the box. It's loose. Magallon goes up for it with Rivera. Still loose in front. Panama trying to keep this ball alive. Now a drive. Save made by Sanchez.
This is shocking. The upset by Honduras, and now Mexico has the lead, but they are being outplayed.
Oswaldo Sanchez with a big stop. Now we get a whistle, and this will go Mexico's way. The shot by Phillips.
That's an absolute rocket off the far post. No way Sanchez was getting to it. Panama has done everything. And there's Salcido. That ball, if he doesn't get a flick to it, this is a 1-1 game.
Substitution for Mexico. Osorio is done. Jose Francisco Fonseca, the 27-year-old striker, comes on for Mexico now. Neri Castillo is done for the game as well. Battle for possession on the near side. Borghetti comes up holding his face. He says he was fouled. Panama is set for a throw-in, and we play on.
This is getting wild, Steve. We've talked so often about it. The capacity crowd, 68,000 people, most of them looking for their heroes from Mexico to put on a better performance than this. They've got the goal, but they look to me like they're hanging on.
Borghetti and Torres coming together. And the star striker from Mexico took an elbow to the face. In the midfield, Panama trails by 1. Gomez on the ball, plays it back. All the way to his keeper, Pinedo. Lofted high. Phillips is on the ball. Lays it back. Rivera pushing forward. Carlos Rivera. Cross. Looking for Blas Perez. Guardado races over to take it away. He's shoved down on the near side of the field. Foul is called against Panama, and a yellow card comes out now as the game starts to get physical. That's Escobar, the guilty party.
Well, Guardado has had a good game. So has Salcido. I'm not sure who else for Mexico has.
Escobar has been tossed out of this game. A red card was issued for Escobar. He had a yellow in the first half, Shep, and that's it. The second yellow card means he's done for the match.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a harsh call. He's tracking back, a little bit of contact. You don't want a game to turn on a call like that.
Panama is going to the quarterfinals. Escobar will not play that quarterfinal match. in a game where they knew they were in the quarterfinals regardless. They've lost an important player now.
Yeah, and that's the real relevance of that call. The outcome of this game does not matter to Panama, but the loss of Escobar for the next game does.
On the counterattack, they play shorthanded now. Rivera. Over the center stripe, plays it for Gomez. Torres now on the ball. Gets it back from Perez. Roman Torres, right side. Crosses one high. Brought down. Save made by Sanchez again. Loose at the top of the box. Torano tries to head it away. And cleared out by Osorio. The three-time World Cup veteran Oswaldo Sanchez has been splendid in this second half. Now a chance for Mexico. Borghetti up top, couldn't get on it.
Steve, the time and space and lack of marking by Mexico is shocking. If not for Sanchez and the post, they could easily have given up 3 goals.
The shot taken just moments ago for Panama. Luis Tejada off the bench, nearly equalized. Loose. Pardo plays it out. Guardado. Salcido. Pardo to Torrado now. Ball possession for Mexico. They have the lead, and they're a man up. Guardado. Frustratingly, Panama can't get on the ball, and now Guardado is down on the near side, and another red card has come out. And another ejection from the game for Panama. Roman Torres has been kicked out of the game. And another player for Panama that will not compete in the quarterfinals. This is mystifying.
Steve, this is disastrous. The score, the outcome of this game, irrelevant to Panama, but the loss of 2 players to red cards, that's a terrible call. That's an absolutely horrendous call by the referee.
If this result holds, if Mexico holds on for a victory, Panama will play in the quarterfinals Saturday against the United States, which will take on a Panama team without 2 very important players. Guimarães, the head coach for Panama, is set to make another substitution. Let's see what happens here. But Roman Torres, along with Escobar, has been kicked out of the game.
Yeah, and Steve, that's a shockingly bad call. So was the one on Escobar. The only people happy about this, if everything stays the same, are Coach Bob Bradley and the United States team.
Free kick coming up as Mexico nurses the 1-0 lead. The wheels coming off for Panama in the late stages of this match. Substitution is going to be from the Mexico side. Lozano comes on for Guardado, who ran very, very hard in all 3 games of group play.
That's very disappointing because I'll tell you, Steve, you look at the substitution, Guardado coming out. Panama played a heck of a game.
Luis Hernandez is number 25, who's checked in now for Panama. Still looking for a result. Fonseca taken down by Beloy, who gets it back from Fonseca, and he takes a yellow card now.
You pointed it out, Steve, the yellow card accumulation, that doesn't matter. That gets wiped out after group play, but the red cards stand.
Into open space, a chance for Mexico now. Lozano just checked in, lays it off. Arce pushed it forward, cleared away by Panama. To the near side, Luis Tejada. He was the MVP of Gold Cup 2005, playing for the runner-up team. Salcido is brought down on the near side. We're not sure what happened to Salcido. In added time, though, Mexico still with this 1-0 lead. Let's get another look.
He gets clipped, no question about that. But the referee, that's absurd again. This guy has lost control, and it's a shame because a packed house, 68,000 people came to see these teams play, not to see the referee.
That yellow card was to Salcido, not for the foul.
For diving. That's what the referee called. He said Salcido took a dive, which he didn't.
Salcido plays this forward. All the way to Pinedo in goal. Waning stages of the match. Pinedo plays it deep. In the midfield. Mexico will just try to kill the clock, 2 men up. Arce on the ball. On the back line. Lozano plays it forward. 3.5 minutes into stoppage time.
Steve, this will be a sigh of relief for Mexico if the final whistle blows, but another shaky performance in my opinion.
If the result holds, Mexico will get Costa Rica in the quarterfinal round. Played wide. Final seconds. Mexico will go into the quarterfinals on the heels of a win, but they had a tough time doing it. Hugo Sanchez's team gets the 1-0 win over Panama. We're back with a wrap in a moment.
Work like a pro. Play like a pro. Tackle tough jobs. Dominate the game. Destroy the competition. Go professional. Choose Makita.
Through the Football for Hope movement, FIFA is committed to protecting children and their rights, furthering social integration and peace and reconciliation. Football for Hope champions health promotion and anti-discrimination. FIFA is firmly committed to using football to resolve some of the most pressing social challenges of our time. Football can change the world.
At the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, we test athletes in the lab. Because we know they'll be tested on the field. Gatorade, the most tested sports drink on the planet.
So group play is now done at the 2007 Concacaf Gold Cup. It ends with Mexico's 1-0 victory over Panama. Welcome back to our coverage. Along with Shep Messing, I'm Steve Cangelosi. Mexico wins, but you were not exactly impressed.
Well, that's not a game that Mexico will be brimming with confidence about for sure.
Highlights of the game. There were many scoring chances in this one from start to finish. Let's take a look.
First half action, Panama with a great chance. Beloy with the open header, smacks it off the post.
He had a missed PK the last time around, but what an opportunity here as Castillo also hits woodwork for Mexico. Now to the second half.
Yeah, good action again. It's Panama. Perez all alone in the box. Chips it wide of goal. Here is the play of the game. Salcido at the far post. Corner kick. Salcido gets the goal to put Mexico in front.
That would be the game winner off the foot of Salcido, but there were opportunities late. This chance was denied by an offside flag.
Well, Panama kept pushing. There's the offside. That play was whistled dead, but Panama on the next corner kick, top of the box, Beloy Sanchez gets a piece of it. Guardado was there. That's a great save. They continue with pressure.
And
Phillips.
Sanchez was great. He also had a friend in the left post. Off woodwork, a very big strike.
The worst is yet to come. for Panama. Escobar, his second yellow card. That's a red card. He'll miss the next game. And the same for Torres on that straight red.
2 ejections late in the Panama loss. So Panama on to the quarterfinals will go there without 2 important players in Escobar and Torres. We have reached the final 8 of this Concacaf Gold Cup. Let's take a look at the quarterfinal matchups to be played Saturday at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Sunday Reliant Stadium in Houston. On Saturday, Canada and Guatemala will get things started at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Canada, the top seed out of Group A, and after that, the United States, the top seed in Group B, to take on Panama at 4 p.m. Sunday, the action goes to Houston, where Honduras, very impressive in their final 2 victories in group play, go in as the top team in Group C to take on Guadeloupe. That kickoff, 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 o'clock Eastern. Mexico, the second-place team in Group C, has to play Costa Rica in the knockout phase. That game, 2 p.m. Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. Down to the final 8 teams. What stands out to you about those matchups, Shep Messing?
Well, U.S. catches a break with the 2 ejections to the Panamanian team, and I think Honduras deservedly gets a good draw.
Well, Mexico is in on a winning note. 1-0 is the final score. Are they on a collision course for the United States in the final? Time will tell. We'll see you this weekend. Mexico celebrates a 1-0 victory. For Shep Messing, I'm Steve Cangelosi. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of CONCACAF Gold Cup 2007.